Now here's a question. How do we know during transcendental meditation that that's actually happening? How do we know something substantive is taking place, that we're not just imagining this? And we know from science. And why do we know from science? Because we know from science mind and body are not just interconnected. In many regards, mind and body are basically one. And if it's true that during transcendental meditation, your mind is just effortlessly, comfortably settling down, experience quieter and quieter levels of the mind, and then experiencing that source of thought, it must show up in a very profound and dramatic way during the meditation, and it must show up in the body. And I'm not going to go into all the details here. This is just a quick survey, but you can go to tm.org. You can, on this site, you can go to all the research that's been done. But basically what the research shows is that during transcendental meditation, your body gains a state of rest and relaxation in many regards deeper than the deepest part of deep sleep. And what that deep rest does, it allows the buildup of stress, fatigue, tension, anxiety to be dissolved, to be eliminated. When we get a state of deep rest, as I said, that allows the body to repair itself, there's a hormone, probably some of you have heard of, called cortisol. Cortisol is secreted by the adrenal glands, which sit on the kidneys, when we're anxious. So when we're anxious, the body secretes cortisol, and then when we secrete cortisol, we feel more anxious. It becomes this vicious cycle. Then we feel more anxious, more cortisol, more anxious, more cortisol. We get a good night's sleep, cortisol levels drop a bit. That's why we wake up feeling fresher in the morning. Research shows that 20 minutes of transcendental meditation, cortisol levels drop 30%. It's a significant reduction in this production of this anxiety hormone. Serotonin levels, a neurotransmitter, which is so-called the happiness neurotransmitter. There's an increase in serotonin. There's an increase in another hormone called prolactin, which is present when there's a feeling of well-being. Other research shows the results of this, the benefits of this, is a significant reduction in high blood pressure, in cholesterol, reduction in risk of heart attack, stroke, atherosclerosis, a reduction in all sorts of range of disorders like bipolar disorder, trait anxiety. In the last 40 years, there have been over 340 scientific studies published in independent peer-reviewed journals, including the American Medical Association's Journal, Archives of Internal Medicine, the American Heart Association's Journal, Stroke and Hypertension. Wide range of some of the most respected journals in the world have published research on transcendental meditation. The National Institutes of Health have provided $26 million to study the effects of transcendental meditation on stress and heart health. The Department of Defense just provided a $2.4 million grant to study the effects of transcendental meditation on post-traumatic stress on soldiers who are coming back from combat in Iraq and Afghanistan, who have come back from those war-torn areas.